Hey everyone, and welcome to my latest live Q&A. I haven't been live for such a long time, and this is exclusively on my YouTube channel. So I wanted to bring this live Q&A onto my YouTube channel every week on a Wednesday at the same time, so 1 p.m. British Standard Time. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and watch out for the preview of the live stream so that I can actually, know that you're here and things are all set. So I'm really excited that you're here. Whilst everyone's joining, I want to say hello to Antoinetta, who's here already, which is fantastic. If you are here, don't be shy. Just let me know in the comments what your name is and where you're live streaming in, or you're watching this live stream with me from, so that I can get to know you a little bit better. Now, it is an open live Q&A, which means that you can ask me questions. Just drop them in the comments and I will answer them as much as my capabilities are able to. But I also have a couple of questions that my YouTube audience have been asking on some of the videos that which I've already put out there. So do let me know if you have a question, and I can definitely answer them for you. So it's absolutely amazing. So here, great, looking forward to learning from all your knowledge and expert. Oh, thank you so much. That's a lovely comment. So do keep the comments coming, and hopefully you can all hear me well and that you can all see me well. Hopefully my Wi-Fi will live up to my expectations. Okay, so whilst everyone's joining me, let me just quickly run through some of the questions that I'm going to share with you today. So the first question we're going to look at actually is to do with Linktree. So if you've not heard of Linktree, it is a way that you can create a landing page on the internet for people to come to. So in other words, if you don't have a website, or you have a website but you have multiple offers and you want to have one link in the bio, say, of Instagram, you can use Linktree to do that. It's an app online that enables you to add multiple links to it. So Linktree we're going to look at in a second. The other question that I've been asked, and I will go through with you as well, is how do I change my Instagram account to a professional account? So I'm going to share my phone with you, and we're going to go through that as well. And then the third one that I've been asked in my YouTube videos is I can't find my posts in my group help. So this is when you're in your Facebook group and you're looking for something that you've posted previously. How do you find it? And some of the tips on how you can act as yourself whilst you are online. Okay, so let's go to the first one first, Linktree video options. So I got asked in one of my videos about how you put a video into your Linktree. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump into my other account and just go and open up Linktree for me so that I can actually get that up for you, so that I can show you exactly how to add that video in. So I'm just going to open up the page so I can get to it. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to go ahead and get that. So I'm just going to grab a new scene. Let me just see if I can switch this scene over. Okay, perfect. So what I want to do here is I just want to change this over. So I'm just going to hide that one, and I'm going to just bring a new share on so that we can all, so I just want to share this window. Perfect. And I'm going to bring this onto the stream with me as well. Okay, so if you're wondering which tool I'm using to live stream this week, I'm actually using Wave.video. So Wave.video is a live streaming tool that I'm using today. And as you can see it here. This is inside my account. So Linktree. Let's go to Linktree and let's understand what Linktree does first, so that you can understand how you can use it in your own business to help people find your services. So Linktree can be used as part of your funnel. So when you have a funnel, you are directing people from maybe one of your social media platforms to where you want them to go. And what Linktree does is it acts as a bridge to where you want them to go. Now, a bridge is like a gateway. And if you've got your own website and you're used to creating pages on your website, then you can, of course, create a landing page on your own website. However, I know a lot of you find the tech and the management of your own website quite overwhelming. So in order for you to actually bypass having to learn how to edit and manage your own website, you can actually create a landing page in Linktree. So Linktree is here. So all you have to do is you have to log into Linktree, and then you can go to what's known as the admin site. So here I am here. If I click on the admin site, it's going to take you inside of my Linktree account. So here's my Linktree account. Now, one of the absolutely amazing, fantastic features that Linktree offer is the ability to add video to it. So as you can see here, this is what my Linktree looks like. So if you were to click on my link in my Instagram account, for example, you would see this particular landing page. Now, at the bottom of this landing page, it's got watch my most recent videos. If I click on that, it opens up a video, and actually you can watch this live stream inside my landing page. Now, if I want to show you what the landing page looks like, if I click on here, it's going to open up my landing page. So on the actual internet, so on a desktop or a laptop, this is what your landing page would look like. If you're on your mobile, it would look like what I just showed you inside that nice phone capsule. So going down the bottom of this page, you can see that I've got here, watch my most recent videos on YouTube. Now, this enables me to enable you to watch a video whilst you are actually in my landing page. So if I was to click this now, it's going to actually open up onto the video that I'm on with you right now. Now, there are some different options inside Linktree for you to use with regarding to your videos. So if I go back to the admin area and we come down here to where watch my most recent videos on YouTube. Now, I'm going to set up a link specifically to show you the different options that you have. So the first thing you want to do is you want to click add new link. Now, when you add a new link to your Linktree, you're going to get the option to put a title. You're also going to get the option to put a URL. You're also going to put an option to redirect, have a thumbnail, prioritize it, schedule it, lock it, get the analytics and see how many people have clicked. If you don't want this, you just go ahead and click delete, and it will delete that link for you. If you want to put a music link or a podcast link or a video link, which is what I'm showing you to do today, you click on this one where it says explore, and it gives you these other options. So a lot of people, I tend to find, don't like clicking behind some of the buttons because they're worried about what the buttons will do. They're worried about, like, oh, is it going to work for me? If I press that, will I delete something? So this is just to help you know that you can press these buttons without anything, untoward happening. So if you want to add a video, you can just click on here, video. So add videos right to your Linktree, or you have share YouTube videos on your Linktree. So there's two different options. You can add a video directly in, or you can share a YouTube. So if I were to do the YouTube one first, so I'm going to click add, it's going to bring a video option in. So enter the YouTube URL, then set it up as a link. So if I jump over to YouTube and I go to my channel, so let's just jump over to my channel. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my last video. So I grab this one here. So I'll click on that. Just going to pause that for a second. And then I'm going to get the link. So to get the link, you go to share, and I'm going to copy the link. And then I'm going to come back to my Linktree admin, and I'm going to pop the link in here where it says URL. So I'm going to pop the link in there. And then it's going to bring that link in. Then I'm going to give it a title. So it's already put the title in for me. So as soon as I click on the title, it's pulled the title from my YouTube video. Now here it says it's a YouTube link. Now underneath where you can see the options, let me just move myself out of the way a little bit and make myself a bit smaller. Let me move me over here a bit. Okay, you can see that there are some different options that you can use. So there is display this video on my Linktree, link off to YouTube website. So in other words, take people to your YouTube website, display this channel's latest videos on my Linktree, or link off to the channel's latest videos. So I have put a specific video link in there. So I would probably want to display this video in my Linktree. Or if you want to encourage people to view things on your YouTube channel, which is good because then they will actually see the video over on your YouTube, leave it as link off to your YouTube channel. So then all you do then is you just click on the outside space and you see that it's on. That's all you need to do. So close this up if you want to, because we've already done our video options. And then we look at our option over here. And as you can see here, it says add a link. So if I click on this, it's going to open up and take me to that video on my YouTube channel. So just a reminder, when you have it here, it's a YouTube link. If I wanted to display this on my Linktree, I would click this one and it would just do autoplay and mute video. I would do that exactly. Then when I come over to my Linktree, if I go onto my actual Linktree page here and I just refresh it so that I can pull the link I've just put in. Now I click on it here and it pulls that video in for me so that you can actually watch the video as if you were on my YouTube channel. Okay, so that's the first question answered. So let me just switch here for a second. So what I did in that just brief explanation there is I showed you how to add a video link to your Linktree and allow people to watch. Now this is super, super important, and I'm just going to quickly explain to you why it's really important to do this. If you want to grow your authority online, video is a really good way of doing that. And using video inside a landing page can make it so much more engaging, so much more animated. Like we just looked at over here on my current page, if we go to the Linktree option and I just show you what my phone would normally look like. So my phone link would normally look like this, you see. So it's got all the options, but having the option to have a video on really makes the landing page so much more engaging. And that's really going to help your audience get to know you better. So if you've got a video over on your YouTube channel that you want to put into your landing page to engage with your audience more, then I really highly recommend that you use that option. Now, let's just quickly jump back to that scene again. When I was adding the video in, remember there was another option to add a video. Now, I've never used that other option, so I don't mind pressing buttons. So let's have a little look at that other option. I'm just going to switch this one off, and so it doesn't display on your screen. You can just turn it off and Linktree will automatically remove it from your screen. So you don't have to delete them. You can just turn them off if you need to. So let's have a little at doing a new link. So I'm going to go here to the Explore tab. I'm going to move myself out of the way quickly so that I'm not in the way of anything. And we're going to do the video option this time. So we're going to click video. And now what it's going to do is choose how visitors watch your video. So this doesn't necessarily have to be a video on YouTube. I presume this could be a video, say, like on Loom or on another video hosting platform, such as Vimeo and things like that. And again, you would do the same process. You would just choose a video and pop it in. So exactly the same way as we did before, you choose how you want them to watch it and it all goes according to plan. So that's really, really cool. Okay. So let's just switch over. So don't forget, if you're watching and you have a question, please give me the question in the comments. I will do my best to answer it here and now so that you can get over that roadblock that's stopping you from moving forward. Any questions to do with you using maybe Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, your automation, such as your email marketing, questions about your confidence, questions about connecting your digital dots, any of those options, I'm happy to have a go at answering whilst we're live. So do feel free to drop it in the comments. And if you're watching this on the replay, then do feel free to ask me a question in the comments and I will address that question in my next live stream. So it's a win-win situation for you. Don't be shy. Let me know if you do have any questions. Okay, so let's jump over to the second question. How do I change my Instagram account to a professional account? Well, this one is going to need me doing my mobile phone. So I'm just going to save a reel that I'm doing at the moment. So here's my mobile phone. I've got my reel on. I'm just going to quickly turn it around and do a quick video of everyone here while I'm here. So here we are on my live stream, and here you can see my Wave.video studio, and here you can see that I've pre-prepared my scenes. I've got all of my screen shares ready, I've got all my captions ready, and I can access my comments as well. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly save this so that I can come back to it in a second. And now I'm going to share my phone screen with you. I'm just going to bring this tripod down a bit, and I'm going to just flick over. The good thing about this Wave.video studio that I'm using at the moment is that you can switch your scenes in prep, like you can prepare your scenes before you actually go live, and then you can just switch in between them, which is exactly what I've just done with you now. Okay, so as you can see, I am on my Instagram account. Now, I already have a professional account on my Instagram account, but for you to move from a private personal account to either a business account or a creator account, you don't have to have a minimum of a certain amount of followers. You don't have to pay anything. It's completely free. So to find where you go to what's known as the hamburger menu. So it's the top right-hand side, those three lines. Go ahead and click those. And then what you do is you go to your settings. So you see it says settings at the top. Go ahead and click your settings, and then scroll down to where it says account. And that's where you go. So go ahead and click account. And then down the bottom, it says switch account type. Excuse me. If I click switch account type, it's going to give me the options to switch to either a personal account, which means that you have a personal account which doesn't give you any analytics. So you can't see like who's visited your profile, you can't see who's clicked on any links, you can't see any of those sorts of information. Or you can be on a business account, which is the option there. If you are on a personal account and you follow these steps to actually get to this stage, you will have the option to switch to a creator account or a business account. Now, my account is a creator account because I like doing a lot of video. And because I like doing a lot of video, I like to have the extra options inside of the account. Now, sometimes those options are like different music options, different features. You just decide which ones you want to go on. If you stick to a creator account or a business account, then you get the analytics, you get those all-important audience insights. That's really good for you to know whether what you're doing on your Instagram account is giving value to your audience and whether you're attracting the type of audience that you want to attract to your account. So all you need to do is click on that and you will be all set up. So that's how you change your account from a personal account to either a creator account or a business account. Now, another thing to note, once you've done that, you'll get this option where it says insights. And when you get the option that says insights, you can then see overall how your account has been performing. So, and you can change it from last 7 days to last 14 days, last 30 days, or you can custom set the date. So if you're doing a specific campaign, maybe you're promoting something particular on your account and you want to see whether what you've been doing is working, then you can by all means use this, take a screenshot of where your account was at the beginning, and then check in every week or every 2 weeks or every month to see how your campaign is going on. It's really, 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 really important to know what your insights are doing, because all that effort that we put into being online, all that effort we put to being sociable online, we want to make sure that it's working and that we're not spending too much time not actually getting what we want out of our time spent on social. So you can get those really useful insights. Another thing you can do is when you look at the account reached, for example, you can see where the person is coming from. You can also see the top countries that are viewing your account. You can see the top age ranges. So if you're looking to work with a specific age group, then this is really super cool as well. And you can also see the gender of who is looking at your account. And obviously you can see whether your followers are coming back, whether it's non-followers that you're reaching, and whether those non-followers are converting. You can also see which types of content people are seeing. So for example, people are seeing my reels and my videos more than they are my posts. People are seeing my stories, and I hardly do live videos on Instagram, but some people are viewing them. So it's really good to get an idea, and it gives you your top posts. It also gives you your top stories. It gives you your top reels in the last 7 days, and so on and so on. So it's super important if you are a business owner to really try and use these sorts of information on your Instagram account. So just a reminder, this was to show you how to change from a personal Instagram account to either a creator account or a business account. So hopefully this has helped you with that. If you've got any questions about that, then do feel free to let me know. Okay, perfect. So if you have any questions, don't forget to drop them in. I know that I haven't been live for quite some time, which is probably why you guys are a little bit quiet at the moment, which is perfectly okay. But if you watch this on the replay and you think, oh, I want to be in that live stream, then just drop the comments below and I will make sure that you get, your question gets answered. Okay, so the third question that I've been asked by my community over the last couple of weeks is how do I, hang on, we're on the wrong one. This one. I can't find my posts in my group. Now, I wanted to go through Facebook with you a little bit today because Facebook changes so many things so many times, and I know that that can be quite overwhelming. And the reason I know that is because I get a lot of people asking me questions about Facebook groups, Facebook pages, Facebook security. How do I do this on Facebook? How do I do that on Facebook? It's really important that you try to get on top of the updates, because for your confidence and your mindset, if you have a good understanding of how the tech works on these platforms, then if there's an update, it will just flow over you and it won't affect you very much. So if you do want to have a little bit more one-to-one time with me, I do have a clinic that you can book in. We get an hour together and I can go over any of the social media platforms with you so that you can get an understanding of how to use them better for your business or even for your personal life. But it would give you a real confidence boost. So if you need to find or you want to find out information about that, I'll drop the link to that below this video and you can go and check it out on my website. Okay, so I can't find a post in my group. So let's go over to the other page and we'll flick over to Facebook. So let's come up here to Facebook. Okay, perfect. So here on Facebook, we are on my Facebook account, and this is my personal profile at the moment. And you can tell that this is my personal profile because on the top right hand corner over here on the very right where it says number 5, there is a picture of me as myself. Now, if I just show you my business page just briefly so you get an understanding of what I'm talking about. My profile picture on my business page, as you can see, is me with a yellow background. So me with a yellow background is my business page, and me without a yellow background over here in the top right hand corner is my personal profile. Now, these two different ways that you can act on Facebook are super, super, super important to you and how you manage your Facebook account. Because if you are acting as yourself, you can do different things compared to what it's like if you're acting as your business page. So if you have any questions on Facebook while we're here, drop them in the comments so that I can have a little look and I'll definitely get back to you and see what's going on with them. Okay, so now that we know that this is my business page and this is me as myself, I want to go through a few things with you. Now, where's my page gone? Hang on a second, I've lost my, oh no, I'm here. Okay, no, I'm not. I've got to find my page, sorry, hang on a second. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to go back to me as myself. So if I go over here, this is me, Anita Wong, and this is my personal profile page. So there's me, my husband and my 4 daughters, and this is where I interact with people on a personal front. So this is where I do share my BMX, I share things that I'm doing in my social life, and I do share my work posts here as well. So I interlace my work and my personal stuff on my personal profile. However, if I want to go over to my business page, I would go up here to my home key again, and I'm going to come down here where it says my business page here, which is my shortcuts. If you don't have that, then you can go to the search bar and you just type in your name of your page. So there's my Facebook page, and I click on my page and it will take me to my page. Now here you can see it says switch into Anita Wong's page to start managing it. Now that also means switching to that if you want to make a post on it, because as you can see from my page at the moment, there's nowhere for me to write a post. You see over here, there's nowhere for me to actually write a post. And that's because I'm acting as myself on here. And you can see that because up here, there's that picture of me. Now, if I switch now by clicking this button, it's going to take me back to my page, but I'm going to be in control as a business page. So as you can see here, you're now acting as Anita Wong on Facebook. And up here in the top right-hand corner, the account that's running the page is the one which looks like my business page. So if you're a business owner and your profile picture is your logo, then you'll probably see your logo up in that top right-hand corner. But because I'm a personal brand, it's a picture of me. Now, you'll also notice that underneath here, I can now write an update. So I can actually now do an update on my page because I'm acting as my business page. So if I wanted to share this live stream onto here, all I'd need to do is jump over to my YouTube account, come over here to my channel, come down here to the live stream that we're watching here.
When I started my business,
pause it a second, grab the share button, copy the link, come over to my page, paste it in there, and talk about the live stream that I'm doing. So I'm live at the moment talking all about Facebook, Linktree, and Instagram. And then, just correct my spelling, then I would just post it. Now, of course, if I was acting as me just then, I wouldn't have been able to do that because remember, there wasn't a place on my page for me to make a post. So just to go over that again here, I'm acting as my business page and therefore I can post. If I go back to me as a person, by clicking, all I did is I clicked on my profile and I switched to me as a person, it's going to change the way I act on my page. I've gone back to me now. So if I go back to my page, let's just jump to my page. There's nowhere for me to post. So I hope that's a little bit clearer on how you can manage things on your page. Now, getting back to the question about your Facebook group, why can't I find things in my group? And I wanted to explain how you act as a person versus your page with that question in mind. Because if you enter a group as your page, number one, you might not be able to get into the group because the group might not let pages come in. But number two, if you're in there as yourself or your page, say like you're an admin of your group like I am, and you're looking for something that you posted as yourself, but you're acting as your page, you won't find it. So just so I can make that really clear and explain it to you, I'm going to jump into one of my groups. So let's go over to my home key, and I'm going to go to my Be Visible group. Now, in my Be Visible group, I am in here as myself, which is what I'm doing at the moment. You see, I've got my profile picture here, but I can also act in here as my business page. Now, if I wanted to search for something as myself, I would come up here and click the search button and search for my group activity, and it will show activity that I've done in my group, like this one, for example, and this one. Now, if I were to go back and act as my business page whilst I'm in the group, so to do that, I would have to change how I'm acting. And to do that, remember, you go up here and you click the account button, and then you see all your profiles and you go down and you change it to the one that you want. So that's the business page of me. So I click that. Now I go to the group that I want to enter. And now I'm in my group acting as my page. And if I search my group, looking for posts that I did as a page, it will bring up different things. So here I'm in the group and it's bringing up this group post I did, this group post I did, but in these posts, I was acting as my page. Okay, let me switch scenes. So I'm hoping that makes it a little bit clearer. So Antoinetta said, thank you. Brilliant. So is that helpful for you? Because I know when you're in groups, sometimes it can be quite hard to find your own information if unintentionally you're in the group as your page and not as yourself. Now, obviously, if you are in someone else's group and that group allows you to join as a page or a profile, just bear in mind how you're acting in that group when you're in that group. It sounds a little bit like, oh my God, what is she saying to me? It seems so confusing, but it's really easy to get really confused with it, and especially now that Facebook have updated the way it looks, because Facebook's changes recently have made the Facebook page look completely differently, and it's also made how we interact on Facebook work differently, because we've got me as a person here interacting on my personal profile, but also able to interact in groups as my personal profile, but also look at my Facebook page as my personal profile. And then you have you as a business over here, able to interact on your page and in groups, but not on your profile. So it can be really confusing. So I'm hoping that this has helped you understand those different things. Yeah, so Antoinette just said here, yes, I was struggling to post to my profile page from my business page. Yeah, so that works differently as well on the mobile. So on the mobile, you can flip between the two on your mobile quite easily. It's a little bit easier on your mobile to see how it works. And I can show you that in a second. On your Facebook page, sharing from your business page to your profile, it depends on what Facebook lets you do. So if I flip back to our scene where we're inside of Facebook, let's have a little look. So let's come out of the group and let's go to my, let's go home and let's go to my Facebook business page. So that's here. So this is my business page. We can see that it's a page because it's got me and it's got likes and following, and it's not got that picture of my kids and me and my husband at the top. So this is definitely a page, and I'm doing a header. Most of us would have a header here. I'm just in the middle of changing my header. So that's why my header looks a bit different here. Now, if I wanted to share, say like that YouTube video, so this YouTube video here, now I'm acting as my business page at the moment. If I click the share button, it says share now to public, share to feed, or share to group. So if I click share to feed, it's going to open up the business page feed. So not my personal feed, but my business page feed. And you see, it's literally only on the public. However, if I change how I'm acting by flicking between the profiles, so coming back to me as a person, and I go to my page and I come over here to this post that I wanted to share, you see down here on the bottom right, there's also another clue. You see down here, there's this little drop down. It shows you who you're interacting as. So I'm currently interacting on my page as me as a person. And if I wanted to do any admin elements to my page, I would have to be acting as myself, as the business page. So as a person, I can click the share button and I get more options. Now, if I go share to feed, it's going to share it to my personal feed, not the business page feed, but my personal feed. And then that means that I can actually post this, including the original post, to my personal feed. So here, I can put here, check out my new weekly live streams. And I can go ahead and click post, and it's going to post that to my personal profile. So to view my personal profile, I come up to my home, I click me as a person, and I just refresh the page. And there is that video that I just shared to my personal profile. Okay, so that's how it works differently. And then when I'm on my personal profile, if I wanted to share it, I can share it to a group, to a page, to a feed, etc. Now, on your mobile phone, you get the opportunity to share these things to your stories as well. Okay, so I've got a question here before I jump over to the mobile. How did you get to your business page from your personal page? Okay, so I used my link that I have in my profile. So if I share my screen again with you, I'll just flick to this one. So here on my personal profile, so this is my personal profile, I have in my bio here a link that goes directly to my page. So if I were to go to yours, Antoinetta, if I scroll down, you've got it here where it says owner, founder of Health and Momentum. When I click on that, it will take me straight to your page. So that's how I use that shortcut of my own. Now, I noticed that you've got here like owner, founder, which is perfectly fine. However, I've actually put my title in mine and then did the link. So you can do that yourself as well if you want to. Now, to do that, what you do is you come here and you click edit details. And then where it says work, this is the one that we're on. I just click the pencil button. And what you can do is you can edit workspace, and the position you can change to whatever you want to call it. So you could possibly do like nutritionist or something like that. And then once you've done that, just make sure you remember to save. It's not changed for me. So just remember to click save. Okay, so let me just go back and see what your comments were. Yeah, so if you do that, then it means that people understand a little bit more about what you do, and your title links in. And you can do this, you know, like for as many things as you want when you are, you know, so you can add that in there, and it just makes it a lot easier for people to understand what's going on with you. And that's also where you can, you know, like see in here, you can put your name, and some of this stuff is not visible to people in the public realm where you set it yourself. It's because you're in my admin area. So that's how you use Facebook as such. So what I'll do now, if it's okay with you all, some brilliant comments there, is to just show you the like how you switch on your mobiles, because I know our mobile phones are used by us a lot. So I'm going to switch to this scene here, and I'm going to just take this caption off, and I'm going to just add a caption. This is like how to switch between yourself and your page on Facebook. Okay, I'm just going to add that in there. I'm going to put that onto the caption. So this is what we're going to do now. So I'm just going to come out of my Instagram and go to my Facebook. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to switch between yourself and your page on Facebook on your mobile phone. So I'm just going to hide that so that you can see my full screen. So any more questions, you know, just drop them in the chat, and I'll get to you. So here at the very bottom, you can see that there is a number 4. I'm going to click that, and that's going to bring me to like the home page of your mobile as such. Now you can see at the top here, it says Anita Wong, see your profile. So you can see again on my mobile that the profile picture is me, not my page. You can see my page actually down the bottom there. You see my page there where it says Anita Wong with the flag. The flag means it's a page. So if I wanted to switch between me as a person and my page, you can click the 3 dots and then you can go down to your page there, and I can click my page, and it's gonna, did you see it sort of took me away from Facebook and brought me back in again? Now that is showing that now at the bottom right, I'm actually acting as my business page, okay? So again, if I go here, now I'm acting as my page because my page is at the top, and you can see that there's some differences. You see here it's got feeds. So when I click on feeds, it's got this is my page feed. So all the pages that you like on social media, on Facebook, they have their own separate feed. So I'm just going to have a quick drink. So they have their own feed. So as you can see, these are the pages that I follow. And these are, you know, like what I'm doing. I'm going to like my own bit. Now, favorites. So if you've got any favorites, those will be shown here as well. If you have any favorites. Friends, there isn't any feeds there. Groups. If I'm in a group as a page, then the group feed will show here as well. Okay. And pages. So if you have pages that you follow, like I just said, there's the separate pages feed for you as well. So it's really interesting how you act on Facebook, especially on your mobile, will determine what you see in your feed. So if I go back to my home page and I swap over to myself again, now if I go back to the home, it's changed a bit. You see how I've got groups, events, feeds. So if I go to feeds now I've got all of them together. That's a bit of a gross picture. I have my favorites. I have my friends. So my personal friends, these are all my friends that I can follow. I have groups. Now these are groups with me in them. And then I have pages. So pages that I follow as myself as well. So you can see that it's a different experience depending on how you're acting on Facebook. What I might do is I might do another live stream all on Facebook, going through this in a little bit more depth. So if you're watching this now or on the replay and you want a little bit more of an in-depth tutorial on how to use Facebook as a whole, then maybe we could do that. But we've been going for about 42 minutes now. So I'm going to try and wrap up the live stream so that I can, you know, like we can go through everything. But it's really interesting how you act differently on the mobile as it is in the page. Now, just quickly, actually, before I switch off, I just want to show you about the sharing options. So as myself, see, as myself, if I go to my page, you see it says Anita Wong shortcut page. If I go to my page, I can see my page as me, as that person again. And remember, there's no way of me posting. You see, that's how you can also tell. And also here, next to the share option, just above, there's a little picture of me. Now, if I was to click this, I could click share. And you see it gives me different options here. Now on my mobile, I've got different share options. I can share to my story, which is my personal story, and I can also share to my pages story. So those are two options that you don't get on the desktop that you do get on your mobile phone. So if I want to share this to my personal story, it's going to bring that into my personal story. If you tap it again, you get like the big bit. If you tap it again, you get a little bit. So you could share that. And that will go to my personal story on Facebook. Now, if I want to share this to my business page story, I click share again, but this time I choose the page story, and then you choose the page, and again, you can share it to your page's story. So you go ahead and click share to story, and it will share. Now, when someone sees that story, so if I go over here to stories, someone sees that story, I can click on there, and it says view website. I can click on it and it's going to take me out of Facebook and take me over to YouTube. So that's a really good tool to use if you want to learn how to share things. Okay, perfect. So I hope this has been really useful to you all. I know, Antoinetta, you've been here, and that's absolutely amazing that you've stayed with me the whole time. So thank you so much for your question and all your comments. It's been really helpful for me to have somebody here chatting to me and, you know, letting me know that you're here and you have any questions. So thanks very much for that. Just want to add to everybody that if you do want to learn more about using, you know, any of the digital tools that you need to use, then please do feel free to subscribe to my newsletter, which you can find on my YouTube channel. Or if you want to join my email list but get an action plan, then you can take my quiz, which is on my website. And what this quiz does is it directs you to one of two downloads. So you can either have a action-taking action plan, or you can have a action plan that helps you to stop procrastinating. So whichever answer you give will depend on which download you get. But you can by all means go to my website and find that download on there. And also there's some video ideas on there as well. If you are really stuck with everything that you're doing online and you want to spend some time with me one-to-one, like I said, I do have an hourly tech clinic that you can book in with me. And what happens is that we work together for an hour. You come with your questions. We have a one-to-one over Zoom, and you get a recording of that so that you can take it away and use it again. Oh, that's great, Antoinetta. The quiz is really good. Yeah, it's a really good tool, and I can run through that as well. That's called Video Ask, that tool, and it's super, super cool to create quizzes. And that comes back to right at the beginning of this video when I was talking to you all about having video on your website, having video on your social, being able to connect with each other on a more personal front on video. Okay, perfect. So thank you all so much for joining me today. Let me just hide that question. If you have any other questions, drop them in the comments below this video. I will be sure to either direct you to a video that I've already got that might answer it. And if I haven't got a video on my YouTube channel that would answer it, then I will do one for you. But also I will bring that question up in my live Q&A. So do subscribe to my newsletter. I will put a link to it just up there or up there, depending on where that exclamation mark is, after I finish this live stream, and you'll be able to click on that and sign up for my newsletter. And every week I will let you know that I'm going to be going live. Plus you'll get some really cool updates on a Monday and Tuesday as well. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next week for another Wednesday's live Q&A.